wonderful time of the year. I'm not ready. I'm not ready for the Spooktober Spooktacular. And that's before anybody else, comes into my comments and starts saying things like, "Is that why you're taking so long to beat Ace Attorney?" No, it's not because I'm not ready to play spooky games. I'm not trying to like delay this or anything. It's maybe a little bit, but also it's just this is a really long chapter of this game. Okay. All right, listen. And after all, I'm not even scared of horror games. You're scared. You're the scared one. I'm not scared. I wasn't just testing out one of those horror games that I plan on playing pretty soon. Not gonna name that one because it's a surprise. And some people don't even consider it a horror game, but as somebody like me, I can personally tell you it is, because I was just playing it in like a free play kind of mode. And I was like shaking, like right after I closed the app immediately after I saw like the spookiness, and I'm like, nope. Got up off I jumped off of my couch, just nope. Close the game. No. People think it's not a horror game. It is. If you have a very specific phobia, okay. Listen. Okay? Listen. Just and you know what? It's funny because I'm trying to keep it a secret from all of you, except for my girl. I told my girlfriend, but I'm trying to keep it a secret. But if anybody who's played D&D with me when I was the DM knows, you get Kayleigh drunk enough, she will tell you everything. So it's gonna come out eventually within the next couple weeks. Cause I'm saving the best for last. Alright, let's get into it. Hello and welcome to another exciting Let's Play. It's your girl Kayleigh Alyssa here, and welcome back to Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. I'm not late. I was on time. Look, it says that I've been doing this for 2 minutes and 25 seconds, and it looks to me like it's 7 o'clock, 7:01. Uh-huh. I'm not late. You're late. You're late. I'm on time. Or are you saying I was late for the intro? Because listen, I had explained about how I'm doing this for all of you. The Spooktober Spectacular. It's not at all because I force myself to play scary games because I love the rush. I love, that feeling where, I can't stop shaking. And then I have to, watch cartoons directly after, or, some kind of, food theory or something to calm myself down. Sometimes I can't even watch Markiplier anymore because most of what he plays is horror games, and definitely not this time of the year. I'll have to put on some Game Grumps or something, watch them play TCG Card Shop Simulator, something. I don't know. Let's go. Let's continue. Let's get. Is that the final day trial form. Okay. Yeah. No. Let's get into it. Yeah, definitely try it. I tried the free play mode in this game that I'm going to be playing, that I'm going to keep a secret from you guys until I'm ready to start playing it. And nope, scared. Not okay. I'm not okay right now. My adrenaline is just pumping, and I'm just I can't sit still, and I'm shaking. Yeah, I'm not. Oh, why did I do this to myself? Why do I play scary games? I like the rush. This is the defendant lobby, all right, but there's no defendant. Also, from my experience as a viewer, I like to watch other gamers play scary games and get scared, and I laugh at that. I think it's funny. So, I hope that everybody else thinks it's funny when I play scary games. I get scared. Yeah. I've been trying to reach Lana all morning. Where could she be? Probably in lockup, dude. She's got arrested. And where's Emma, for that matter? It almost seems as if... who is this? Something's been happening behind the scenes. Oh! Something's been happening behind the scenes. Hisashiburi da na, Cloud. Edgeworth!
Knowing you, you've already figured it out.
She's in jail, Phoenix. She is. She's in jail. Come on.
Who the owner of the 7777777 ID number is? That is...
Well, I have a pretty strong hunch. And I had a pretty strong lunch. Hope you like the smell of Lindbergher! Just the thought of, like, Phoenix Wright eating, like, pickled herring and Lindbergher cheese for lunch. Just to be a menace in the courtroom. I'm sorry, this is so funny to me. Oh God! And some what's the name of that fruit? Duro fruit or something? Durham, the really smelly fruit. Somebody's got to know the name of it. Anyways, and that's just what he had for lunch right before I record case. Just to be a menace for the chaos. Chaos for the sake of chaos. The durian. Yeah, he had a healthy lunch of durian, pickled herring, and Limburger cheese. I'm sorry. I went off on this tangent. It was just, I just kept snowballing. But not like in the way that, like, you know, two lovers would snowball. You know, like, not in the way that, like, Edgeworth and Phoenix snowball each other. It looks like I'm not the only one who's figured it out. On the PS Store, they have 6 Ace Attorney games for $30. They had investigations for $30 too. I used to Ace Attorney though because of better deal. Oh yeah. Well, no, for sure. There's some pretty good deals. Like the Android Google Play Store had, like, some games are really good deals. Like this, I got the trilogy for $20, but then every other game in the rest of the series is $20 for a single game instead of just the trilogy. So I'm like, that's crazy. So you're telling me that I gotta pay $60 for the Apollo Justice trilogy in total? That's crazy. Meanwhile, I just bought this, like, insano game that I'm gonna keep a secret for $10. $10 on the Google Play Store for a full-sized game that's, like, highly rated, 10 out of 10 is... And it was $10 for a game that, like, potentially could give you hundreds of hours of gameplay if you're into the whole, you know, building aspect of it, you know, the whole creation kind of side of it. Anyways,
You know, the only reason this trial didn't reach a verdict yesterday is because there was still room for doubt regarding this ID record.
and that's the thing, it's like some indie companies, they're not trying to make a buck. Don't do Minecraft. I'm not doing Minecraft, okay? I promise you, this game that I'm going to surprise you with at the end of... if I play all of the Poppy Playtime games. We'll see how far I get on the Poppy Playtime games before I'm like, yeah, you know, let's try something scarier. You guys are gonna like it. I promise. I promise you. I don't want to reveal it. I don't want to say too much because I could give you one hint and it would just... you'd know immediately what it is.
If that number does belong to whom you suspect, then no doubt will remain. After all, he hasn't been officially charged with anything.
But it's a game that, like, I've wanted to play ever since the first time I saw another gamer play it, but I just didn't have a platform to do it on. I didn't have a PC or a console. Now it's on mobile, and I'm like, oh, let's go. I'm gonna play it for the rest of my career here on YouTube. I'm sorry, you guys are just gonna have to deal with it. It's gonna be the only game I ever play. I'm just kidding, it's not, but, you know, whatever.
True.
Not yet.
In any event, once all doubt has been removed from that list, I can call for a ruling.
5 minutes, right. And Chief Prosecutor Skye will be found guilty. But she didn't do it!
I figured you'd say as much. That's why I came here, to hear what you have to say. This is the first time he's ever done something like this! Lana's been hiding something, and the only way we'll ever know the truth is to draw it out of her! With a pencil? The truth? Everything goes back to the SL9 incident. Don't be stupid. Today's the last day of the trial. We don't have time to reminisce about the past. That depends on you!
Huh? If she's found guilty, you'll lose your only chance to find out what really happened!
I'll think about it. See you in court.
Oh, Stardew Valley. Yes, running a successful farm is very scary. And what if I get rejected by, who's the one chick that everybody's always trying to go after? It rhymes with Kayleigh. So, like, Hiii! Yeah, what if I get rejected by Hiii? Huh? And then I'll have to settle for the lumberjack-looking guy. Well, I don't want that. Sure, he can sell me dynamite sticks, but I want Hiii. For the Yuri. Do you know how scary that is? What if I get rejected? What if my crop goes bad? I forget to harvest it in time. And then there's a moon which tells me when to harvest. Under the moon of harvest. Stardew Valley is scary. What if I cross some animals while I'm playing Stardew Valley? Who would want that?
See you in court. Right. This is it. If I'm ever going to find out what Chief God has on her, it's now!
Alright. Yeah, alright. I hope we always have the same judge, like, forever. Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Lana Skye.
The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor.
Normally, this is where the prosecution puts forth its opening statement. But before that, the police chief has a proposal to make.
Chief Got?
Oh, there's something fishy going on here. Oh, morning, folks. How's everybody been doing? Hey, Uji. Been back into the pool yet? No, I've been drowning enough as it is in my work. Get it? Drowning in my work? Oh, that's a good one. Don't think I can top that.
If you don't mind me asking, Chief, exactly what is this proposal of yours?
Laura, that is to say, the defendant, has asked me if she could speak directly to the court.
She wants to do what?
Haven't heard what she intends to say. I fear she should be granted her request. Oh, this can't be good. It's the only judge in the series until Game 6 minus 1.5 cases in the third game. Oh, well. So there's just going to be a surprise judge for like 1 or 2 cases? And or the 6th game entirely. I can work with that. Yeah, I want to keep using Judge Roshi. As much as I can get out of him. It's a great voice. Also, it literally is Roshi. I know some of you might not see it, but put some glasses on him. Maybe even a hat. That's Roshi. Or give him some good hair, like some blue silver head of hair on top. That's Jackie Chan. Once you see it, you can't unsee it. In the end, it should save everyone a lot of time and trouble. Yeah? How about I save everybody a lot of time and trouble? And point out the real culprit! Sorry, I got a little too excited. I jumped the gun on that one. That's my bad. My bad, chat.
What's this all about, defendant?
I'd just like to make one simple request, and I'll be finished. Declare me guilty. What?
Well then, what's your request? Your Honor, I'd like you to put an immediate end to this trial. Huh? I confess to all charges against me. I chatted, wow, hi, pink maggot. I confess to all charges against me. What? On February 21st of this year, I murdered Detective Bruce Goodman. No, he was already dead. He was already dead. You used that knife to cover up the actual murder wound, the actual entrance wound, so that people didn't think that it was the other knife that was used. It had to be this knife. She's trying to protect her sister. Obviously, Gaunt has something on her sister. Maybe something that ties her to the SL9 incident, maybe? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. In the underground parking lot of the prosecutor's office. Thank you for interrupting me. Kayleigh. What? Don't break the fourth wall, you bitch. No, Lana! Objection! You can't! Your Honor, the defendant's claim does not change the defense's plea. In that case, Mr. Wright, I no longer require your services. Whoa, she can't do that. But Lana! Your Honor, I hereby forfeit my right to an attorney. The prosecution may lack direct evidence against me, but it has sufficiently proven its case through testimony and circumstantial evidence. It's circumstantial? Too bad, lady, I'm your attorney. Take that! I would like you to render your verdict now, if you please. Well, the defense certainly has the right to self-representation. The request is legally valid, although this is an unprecedented situation. Indeed, it appears there's no further need to continue this trial, even if Mr. Wright may feel otherwise. This can't be happening! It appears the time for the verdict has arrived. This court finds the defendant. Ima! Objection! One moment, Your Honor. Edgeworth! Ah! Edgy boy! Mr. Edgeworth? The prosecution has not yet proven the defendant guilty beyond reasonable doubt. Any ruling at this stage would certainly be premature. I love him. Come now, Worthy. I understand this is a difficult time for you. But why don't you just be a good little boy? Keep your mouth shut, I don't think I care for your tone, Chief Gaunt. I'd bottom if it was for Edgeworth. Oh my god! Wow! Well, alright then. What? Creating another fabrication to cover up your past mistakes. Sorry, but I'm no longer the naive little boy you would have me be. With this sudden confession from the defendant, it's obvious to me some kind of deal was struck behind the scenes. Some kind of deal? Not everyone operates as you did, were they? I thought so. Your Honor, the prosecution would like to change its first witness. Oh, to whom? As its first witness, the prosecution would like to call Miss Ima Sky. I request the court hears her testimony. Mr. Edgeworth, I am exercising my right to self-representation. I don't think we need to continue. I don't care what you think, Miss Sky. The exposure of truth sometimes results in tragedy. However, no matter how tragic the truth may be, it would be an even greater tragedy to avert one's eyes from it. Very well. The court shall grant the prosecution's request. Yeah, edgy boy! Yeah! A light edge to that. That's okay with you, right, Chief God?
Muerte. You'll live to regret this. Mark my words.
Miss Emma Sky, please take the stand. Looks like Edgeworth has decided to take the horse by the reins! Now then, witness, please state your name and occupation.
My name is Emma. Emma Sky.
The chief just threatened someone in front of an Udge. In front of Udgie. Udgie!
My occupation? I'm Lana's little sister. And I want to be a scientific investigator.
2 years ago, you encountered the serial killer Joe Dark of the Joe Dark killings. Is this correct?
Yes. I'm trying my hardest to forget about that, though.
I'm sorry, but I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you to recall those events one more time. Mr. Edgeworth, please remember, this trial concerns the murder of Detective Goodman. I don't think those are jobs.
She doesn't have a job. She doesn't have a job. Okay? Look, she lives at home. Lives in the spare bedroom of her parents' house? Sisters? I don't know. She lives somewhere. And, yeah.
Is an incident that was resolved 2 years ago really all that relevant? Yes, it most certainly is. Well, okay then. He sure gave in fast.
Sisters, remember her parents got murked. Oh, well, that sucks. I did not remember. It's not that I forgot. I didn't remember until you just said it. So, yeah. I didn't forget. I just didn't remember until now. Okay.
Now, please testify about what happened to you 2 years ago. The courtroom disappeared. I'm now in the black void. The trip to yesteryear has finally begun. This is how time travel works. Everything goes black. And then I get closer to the camera. It's bound to lead to the truth behind this trial.
Sorry, I'm being silly.
2 years ago, I was waiting in my sister's office that day. A man came running in and took me hostage. Neil Marshall rescued me. I'll never forget what I saw in that instant. The man raised up his knife and stabbed Mr. Marshall in the chest.
Why does his hair look so weird? Why does his hair look like an onion? Who is the Onion Man? Is that the Onion? Like the reputable news source, the Onion?
It's a good thing you weren't harmed.
I passed out. I don't remember much.
That's understandable. However, please tell me, Mr. Edgeworth, what does this testimony have to do with Detective Goodman's murder? That will soon become apparent, Your Honor. You've got to admire him for his courage, considering he has no evidence.
Well, he's going off of the assumption that you have evidence, Phoenix. If I was a superhero, it'd be called Onion Woman. Maybe this killer has a similar thing going on. Could be. Could be the Onion guy. The serial killer Onion Man. Supervillain Onion Man. Just remember all caps when you spell the man's name. Yeah, like MF Doom. Yeah. All caps when you spell Onion Guy. Okay?
Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination.
2 years ago. 2 years later.
I was waiting in my sister's office that day.
Well, where's that?
2 years ago, the defendant was a detective at the police department, correct?
Yes, she was second in command of the then Deputy Chief of Police Guards. My sister, she was the best detective ever.
Yes, I remember. It was only 2 years ago. I hope you remember. If you don't, then maybe
we gotta question your ability to judge here.
Deputy Chief Gant and Miss Sky used to be quite the pair. I believe they shared the same office.
That's right. I'd always sit at my sister's desk. And dream about playing that organ. I wanted to play it that day too.
The police department and the prosecutor's office held a ceremony that day.
Lana promised to take me to dinner after she finished her work. A man came running in and took me hostage.
A man?
Yes, Joe Dark. He was a serial killer.
She's too young to be playing with organs. Oh, you're not wrong. She's still, 2 years later, is too young to be playing with organs.
Joe Dark was brought in for questioning on the day of that ceremony. We were desperate to get anything on him that would lead to an arrest.
When he saw his chance, he fled the room, right?
Upon fleeing the room, Dark proceeded to take the elevator. He must have been in a panic because the elevator was going up. Then he went to the Sky at Gaunt's office.
There was a lot of noise coming from outside, so I opened up the door to have a look. That's when I saw him. And Neil Marshall rescued me.
What was the prosecutor doing there? That day, there were two people present during Dark's questioning. Deputy Chief David Gaunt and Prosecutor Neil Marshall.
Almost forgot about Gaunt!
Neil Marshall had just received the King of Prosecutors Award.
That award? Oh, that's right, with the broken, what do they call it? Is it a javelin? Do they call it a javelin? But where is it now? Huh? So I expected to find that in the safe, and it just wasn't. So where is it now? Halberd! They called it a halberd. Got it.
Young and dedicated, he went straight to the questioning room after the ceremony.
I assume that would also be why he was the first to run it after dark.
When Dark grabbed me, I thought I was as good as dead.
And that's when Prosecutor Marshall came running in?
I don't clearly remember what happened then. But I'll never forget what I saw in that instant.
Can you tell us about that?
Mr. Marshall jumped on Dark. Just then, the lights went out.
The lights?
It was just about this time of year. There was a terrible storm going on, and lightning struck nearby.
So, so the electricity went out. Sorry, was that a pretty good impression of the judge? I'd say so. Wait a minute. If it was pitch dark in that room, you shouldn't have been able to see anything, right?
Right, but just then, lightning flashed again outside. That sudden flash left an unforgettable image of the scene in my mind.
I see.
I told the detective about what I saw then.
The detective?
Yes, Detective Goodman. He was in charge of the case.
Detective Bruce Goodman. The victim!
of this case. Not that one. He lived through the SL9 incident. He died twice here, though. Or once. At least once. At least once! Take that!
Hear more. Yeah, I want to hear more.
So you spoke with Detective Goodman about this 2 years ago.
Yes, that's what's so scary about this trial.
And you told Detective Goodman about what you saw?
Yes, but at the time, the words just wouldn't come out. That's why I drew a picture.
A picture? Yes. I think she mentioned that before.
Well, Mr. Wright, have you heard enough?
Ask about the picture. This picture the witness drew. I believe it has a very important meaning. But the list of evidence I was given 2 years ago didn't contain a picture.
Witness, would you mind if we added this statement to your testimony?
Yes, Your Honor.
Oh, here we go.
I drew a picture of that scene once, but it seems to have been lost.
Do I present now? Do it like, what if I'm wrong? Oh, I just gotta do it. I gotta do it. Where is it? Where is, Niels? Where is it? Oh, it's this one. Yeah. Yeah. This is the one. Present. I had to figure out which one it was. I was like,
Mr. Edgeworth. This little girl put all her heart into drawing that picture. And yet you would insist on denying its existence? Huh? Hey, I'm not the bad guy. All I'm saying is that, as the prosecutor for that case, I wasn't handed such a picture. That may well be, but that doesn't mean it doesn't exist! Take that! Behold!
oh, there should be a behold animation.
Behold!
Right? Be awesome. I hope Apollo Justice has his own catchphrases too. You know, like, take that. Objection. Well, obviously you would still have objection, but like, you know. This is the evidence list for the SL9 incident.
Please turn it over, Your Honor. Just like how I want to turn Edgeworth over.
Turn it over. Turn it. Sorry. I felt like that deserved like the Hank Hill. What's this? What's this? It's implied that Edgy Boy graduated law school a couple years before Phoenix Wright. Phoenix just did his first real trial in the game. Edgeworth has been a prosecutor for a while. Yeah. I think at least like a year or two. I think Edgeworth has been doing for at least 2 years. I think longer than Edgy Boy, or longer than Phoenix.
Yes, what is that?
Hey, that's it. That's the picture I drew.
Indeed, two men appear to be wrestling here. But actually, you know, wrestling, not like in a dirty way.
What's the meaning of this? What are you doing with that list?
Flat blade from the trophy, maybe. I don't know. It's so hard to tell from the picture, and that's what I'm thinking. Maybe that it was that. You know. Yano. Oof. Me?
Only the prosecutor in charge. Only the prosecutor in charge should have access to that list.
So it's so hard to get that low, you know? Yeah, I gotta work at it. Huh? These lists, they're different from each other.
What?
It would appear, Mr. Edgeworth, that the evidence list you were handed 2 years ago was incomplete. These two lists fit together to form one. You can see the marks here, where they were torn apart from each other.
So you see, Mr. Edgeworth, it's quite obvious what happened. 2 years ago, only half of the evidence in the case ever reached you.
That's crazy, though. That, like, nobody else mentioned it. None of the other, like, detectives, forensics, nobody had mentioned, hey, it's weird that you're only using half the evidence. Right? Come on.
What? What?
Order! Order! But Miss Sky, why did you draw your picture on the back of such an important list?
Because that's what Detective Goodman handed me in the questioning room, Your Honor.
Wait a minute. If this list was torn in half, then that means... Your Honor!
Are you all right, Mr. Wright? Your eyes are bulging from your head.
Maya, look at your eyes! If the evidence list was torn in half, then there might be more of the drawing on the back of Mr. Edgeworth's list.
Yes, that's quite conceivable. Mr. Edgeworth?
It's possible. Let's see. How did you not notice?
Is something wrong?
Do you have to ask?
Sorry, Your Honor. There is indeed something drawn on the back of my list. Is that a thing? The Blue Badger? That's that thing. He's back for revenge. No! No, don't tell me this is like a Five Nights at Blue Badger's. Oh, God. Blue Badger playtime. Oh, no. The Garten of Blue Badger. Oh, my friendly Blue Badger's neighborhood. Blue Badger's friendly neighborhood. Oh, no. Did the Blue Badger exist 2 years ago? Oh, I don't think so. Badgie's World. No! No! I don't think... Well... Maybe not as a cardboard cutout, but... That thing was dancing in the evidence room.
Clearly, this act of vandalism is the work of a certain chief of detectives.
I guess he was out of scrap paper. Five Nights at Badger's. No! No! Very well. Witness, will you please testify about that picture you drew 2 years ago?
Huh? Oh, yes, Your Honor. Yes, sir.
What's wrong with Emma?
She seemed to be thinking about something when she was looking at the picture. She's gonna see it again. She's gonna see it in her mind's eye.
This is the picture I drew 2 years ago. The flash of lightning was so bright, all I could see were shadows. After that, I must have fainted. This picture shows exactly what I saw in the instant.
Instant? Instant ramen? Sorry. To think a flash of lightning could burn such an image in your mind.
Thanks to that, though, she was able to show us exactly what she saw!
Well, I don't see any contradictions here. This clearly shows Joe Dark about to murder Prosecutor Neil Marshall. No, it doesn't. It shows two dark figures. The defense may now begin its cross-examination.
It's the picture I drew 2 years ago.
Press, obviously.
Did you draw this picture right after the incident?
I think I drew it 2 or 3 days later. At first I was in such a state of shock that I couldn't do anything.
During that time, the investigation team was reorganized. Detective Goodman was placed in charge, under the direction of Damon Gons and Lana Skye. 2 or 3 days later, the memory should still have been fresh in her mind.
Excuse me, witness. But can you please tell us why this picture is painted all black?
The flash of lightning was so bright, all I could see were shadows.
So at the time you didn't even know it was Mr. Marshall who came to rescue you, who had come to your rescue. Yes, words are hard.
No, I couldn't see him clearly. The lightning was so bright, and I was knocked to the floor.
You were knocked to the floor?
Dark had a tight grip on me, but when Mr. Marshall jumped on him, I was knocked away. I turned around. And that's when the lightning flashed.
Yeah, and you saw Onion Guy.
Poor Emma. I'm just glad she wasn't hurt. What happened after the lightning flashed?
After that, I must have fainted.
You mean you didn't see the actual murder take place?
No, I'm sorry.
The flash of lightning only drove off the darkness for a split second. Not only that, but the trauma of this situation understandably caused the witness to faint. Do you really need to torture this girl any further? What? Hey, I'm not the bad guy here.
Anyway, this picture shows exactly what I saw in that instant.
Bears have a Sky's Prince. Let's check.
Oh. There's no way that's a coincidence. That was just there. Is that just like up in the air?
I don't know. Oh, that's weird. What's with the arches? Press first to be safe. Yeah, no, I should. I will press.
Sorry for asking so many times, but are you sure you drew exactly what you saw?
Of course, this is the exact scene.
It wasn't influenced in any way from your talks with the detectives. Are you insinuating we somehow manipulated her memory, Mr. Wright? No, of course not! I better watch out, or he might find some way to cut my salary!
I drew this picture before I heard anything from the detectives. So I don't think anyone's story would have influenced me.
Mr. Wright, is there something that's bothering you about this picture?
Oh, well. That's strange. She claims this is exactly the scene that was imprinted in her mind. And yet, there's clearly a contradiction here.
Why is it? It's a flat blade. Hold on. Okay. Wanted murderer Joe Dark. Yeah, that also has a fairly flat edge. There's always this picture. Remember the knife in the killer's hand? Check Marshall's autopsy report. Single stab wound, piercing heart and lung. Been found and wound was missing the tip! So, hold on. But they never found the other end. Single stab wound. Single stab wound, piercing heart and lung. But her picture... I mean, it's also missing the tip. This evidence clearly reveals the contradiction in the statement, Your Honor. How exactly that evidence and the statement just now related? They aren't, are they? Oh, no! Well, maybe not. Did I accidentally do the wrong one? Oh, yeah. What did I present? I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but this picture the witness drew contains a blatant contradiction. Well, I don't know what I presented, but it wasn't this. Oh, no, I did Goodman's. Oh, well... I swear I was looking at it right before. Why does it change it when you back out? What? But I still remember it like it was yesterday. Mr. Wright, perhaps it would be faster if you simply pointed out this contradiction for us. What part of this picture contradicts the autopsy report? What's the weapon, right? Because you have to assume it would have broken off in the body. Take that! The contradiction, of course, lies here. So how would she know that it was broken? If it didn't already, you know, if they didn't already know that it was broken. Right? Like she saw in her mind's eye what she thought was a broken tip. But the autopsy report made it sound like it had, right? Like it had broken off in there, right? This is the pullout she saw. Oh, yeah. Take a look at the knife the man is holding. If you look closely, you can see its tip is broken. Even I don't have to look closely to see that, Mr. Wright. Mr. Wright, look at the evidence. See the murder weapon? The tip is broken too. But it broke off inside, right? It wouldn't have just broken. You wouldn't use a broken blade. If it was a knife like that, it would break off inside. If I recall, the tip of the knife was found broken off in the victim's body. Yeah. It was found in the body. So if what she saw was already a broken tipped knife, how is that what she drew? That would have been either after or, which why would you pull your arm back all the way like that unless you were going to stab again? And he was only stabbed once. And if he was only stabbed once, then he wasn't stabbed in the back. He would have been stabbed in the front. No. No, I see it now. The knife was already broken before. Either that or she did get her information from the detectives who told her that the knife was broken off in the body, and that's why she drew that. But that doesn't make sense. No. It makes more sense. The more simple explanation is that this wasn't the knife that was used to kill.
It was a conclusive piece of evidence that proved Joe Dark was the murderer.
I'm afraid it's not so simple, Emma.
Or it's more simple than that.
And where, pray tell, could you possibly see a problem? It's obvious, really. The victim suffered a single stab wound to the back. If the victim was only stabbed once, then the murder weapon should not yet be broken. What's the meaning of this? Perhaps the knife was broken beforehand. Sorry, but I'm afraid that's not possible. The tip of the knife was found inside the victim's body. If it was broken beforehand, it couldn't possibly wind up there. That's right. What does this mean? The tip of the knife was undeniably discovered within the victim's body. The only possible explanation is the witness's memory is mistaken. That's why I asked her so many times if she was sure she remembered it correctly.
And no one raised an objection. We were all on the same page. She remembered it correctly.
I believe you were annoyed at that time. But she was sure she remembered correctly. But there's no other way to explain this inconsistency. Not so fast, Mr. Edgeworth. There's another explanation. Have you forgotten already? A little something called falsified evidence. You're treading on thin ice, right? All I'm saying is that this broken knife tip might be the piece of evidence that was forged. You can't deny the possibility. No. Ugh.
Order! I mean, he was working with a stacked deck. They gave him a pile of evidence, and some of it was forged. He wasn't actually part of the investigation. He joined on for the trial. Wasn't fair. They did him dirty 2 years ago, and now he has an awful reputation ever since then.
Are you saying the investigation really was corrupted? Your Honor, please allow me to once again go over the events that took place the day of the murder. The police department and the prosecutor's office were holding a ceremony that day. After receiving the King of Prosecutors Award at the ceremony, Neil Marshall questioned Joe Dark along with Damon Gaunt. During his questioning, Joe Dark fled the room. Prosecutor Marshall chased after him and was killed by Dark. It is my belief that somewhere in this story, there is a lie.
I'm not lying. The man really was holding a broken knife.
If that's true, then there's no other way around it. This could not have been the actual murder weapon. There must have been another broken knife.
What are the chances of there being two broken knives?
Another broken knife besides Joe Dark's? Could there have been one? If the witness is this adamant about the accuracy of what you saw, it can't just be explained away by a simple observational error.
Mr. Wright.
In that instant, Emma really did see a broken knife.
I assume, then, that you have some information about this other broken knife? If so, please feel free to enlighten us.
The murder weapon was already broken prior to the murder. There's only one way. Take a look at this. Here's the real murder weapon.
Oh, God. Do I show the picture?
So the picture, right? The answer lies in the past. 2 years in the past. Right here inside this picture. This is a picture of the awards ceremony. This is a picture of the awards ceremony. What is it, Mr. Edgeworth? It's the broken murder weapon. Notice the award prosecutor Marshall is holding.
That's a broken knife.
As we earlier concluded, the knife in the drawing was not Joe Dark's knife.
I find it funny how often people scream in this courtroom. Honestly, you think the judge would be yelling order more often.
That being the case, the knife the witness saw was in all likelihood from this award.
Order! 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 See? Right on cue. Right on cue.
Neil Marshall was awarded King of Prosecutors that day. As an award, he was given this broken shield and knife. When he chased after Joe Dark, he pulled out this knife. Being a prosecutor, he did not carry a pistol. This broken knife was the only weapon he had in this dangerous situation.
Objection!
But that can't be. Oh, and why not, Mr. Edgeworth? Because if the King of Prosecutors award knife was the murder weapon, then the murderer and the victim would be reversed. What do you mean? I mean, this man raising a knife would have been Prosecutor Neil Marshall. Oh. Oh!
But the prosecutor was the one who actually died. Yeah, but you remember the Steel Samurai? Remember the Steel Samurai?
That's true. What's going on here?
Phoenix, you gotta think ahead a little bit.
It seems Mr. Wright has been a bit too eager to jump to conclusions.
What? Who said hold it?
Wait, I remember now. I remember everything.
Witness?
Mr. Edgeworth,
What is it?
could you show me your evidence list again, please?
His list? The one with that picture scribbled on the back?
I knew it. This picture. I'm the one who drew it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it's like I said! I did say that!
Wait. Oh, wait.
Sorry, I wanted to see that symbol that, like, Gaunt wears. And it was on that Officer Meekin's hat. And it's not that. Okay. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're good.
What? You drew that?
That's right. This wasn't torn in half at the time I drew this picture.
So that really was there.
All this time I've been trying so hard to forget. I must have locked this part away deep inside me.
Perhaps it would be best if we had not this damn music again. No! Oh, it's okay. Don't worry. If we added this to the witness's testimony, would you please tell us what you've recalled, Miss Skye?
Yes, Your Honor.
First the knife mix-up, and now the blue badger. This should be interesting.
Okay.
When I saw that man raise his knife, I panicked and rushed towards both of them. I think I knocked away the man with the knife. Just house, then there was another flash of lightning. And that's when I saw the blue badger. He wasn't in the room, but I'm sure I saw his shadow. Where would she see us?
I don't know, I'm serving court zones. People for work. Take that! I hope you say that. I hope you genuinely say, take that. Okay, hold on. Okay. 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 Times 5. Okay, times what? Sorry, I had a Vegeta moment. Well, this is certainly most unusual. Objection! I knew that Badger was innocent. You know what? It did an awful lot to cover up the evidence room camera. Just saying, little fishy. Or badgery, huh? Try impossible. The chief of detectives hasn't even designed him until this year. Hello, long time no see. Well, hello, Grandpa's Magic. Hi, how are you? Welcome to the trial of the century. Wow. That would mean he didn't even exist 2 years ago. Yes, well. What? Stop, please. Don't pursue this any further. What? Lana! What's the meaning of this? Please remain seated in the defendant's chair. You can't do this. I've already confessed to the crime. Why can't you just leave it at that? Chief Prosecutor Sky. We've already come this far. It's too late to turn back. Silence! The defense will now begin its cross-examination. Bailiff, please detain the defendant. It seems we're finally getting to the core of the matter. Emma's recollection. Let's go.
When I saw that man raise his knife.
When you say that man, I assume you refer to Joe Dark?
Yes, at least I think it was him.
You think?
All I could really see were shadows.
The power outage that immediately preceded the incident is also documented in the prosecutor's office reports. So, then you...
I panicked and I rushed toward both of them.
Why would you do something so dangerous?
What else could I have done? He was about to stab Mr. Marshall.
She seems convinced that Dark was the one holding the knife. But as we just theorized, Mr. Marshall was the one holding the knife.
Well, I didn't know that at that time. When the dark guy knocked me down, all I could think was, I've got to help that other person. I think I knocked away the man with the knife.
So she knocked away. Marshall. What do you mean you think?
It all happened so fast, and I was in shock. I don't remember everything clearly. What I did, it's all kind of a blur.
This guy was almost killed before she was witness to a murder about to take place, with so much happening in a matter of seconds. And a little disorientation is only natural.
I saw the man about to stab the other person, who I thought was Mr. Marshall. I knew I had to stop the man with the knife.
What you did was very brave, young girl. So, And what happened next? She did knock the person with a knife. It was neon she tackled, not dark. Yeah, I guess so.
Just then, there was another flash of lightning. That's when I saw the blue badger.
Aren't you sure about this?
Of course, see?
Oh, wait.
There's no way it wasn't something else? Like, it's an awfully big coincidence.
If that's not actually what it was. If that didn't even exist back then. What could it possibly be? Huh.
Of course, see? I even drew a picture of him here.
But it was the chief of detectives who thought up this hideous beast. And that was just this year.
Something in your evidence kind of looks like the blue badger.
Are you sure about that? Whoops. You sure about that? You sure about that?
Are you sure? It's not this, is it? It's got the 3 ball points, but it's upside down. I could see it. I could see the badger in the vase. Right? It's like... maybe. Oh my god! At a certain angle! Oh! Whoa! Whoa, wait! Oh, at a certain angle, it definitely looks like that. Whoa!
The blue badger didn't exist 2 years ago. This is all quite verifiable.
Oh my god! No, there's no way! There's no way! What?
I know it sounds strange. I was surprised too when I saw it at the police department.
Because all she saw was his shadow. So I think when she shoved the detective, well, the prosecutor, Neil Marshall, he ended up hitting he ended up hitting this stand behind them in this picture, right? Which had sent the vase flying in the air. And at that moment, that was when she could see it at just a flash of lightning. That's when she saw it in that perfect shape where it showed the blue badger. That's it. And Gaunt, the idiot that he is, he drew from inspiration. You write what you know. You know, that's what a lot of writers say. You write what you know. And that picture had been burned in his mind as well from the drawing. It's on the back of the evidence list. And that's when he created the blue badger as the mascot for the police department, because it was just burned into in his mind's eye. That's it. That's it. Oh, it's so simple.
I know it sounds strange. I was surprised to. Oh yeah, I already read that. I had this nagging feeling that I'd seen him before somewhere.
The head detective made the badger, not Gaunt. Oh, I thought was the head detective at that time, but maybe after? Oh. Yeah, no, the guy that's in the actual, like, police office. No, I know what you mean. The one that's over by, like, the calendar, and there's the stuffed animal. That's right there. Yeah, no, I know what you mean. Well, and he would have seen this picture, and that's why, maybe that's why it burned in his brain. It's because of this picture. Who knows?
Now I finally remember.
Oh, brother. Just when you thought that thing had caused enough commotion. Dallas, where in the room did you see him dancing?
He wasn't in the room, but I'm sure I saw his shadow.
So I present it here? Is this where I present it? Hold on. Ooh. Oh, I already mucked it up once. As they say. Oh. I don't think it's here. I think I have to do it like when she mentions the blue badge. Talk to the head detective and ace attorney. Oh, wow! I'll wait until it comes back around, and when it mentions the blue badger, I think that's when his shadow. So you mean you didn't actually see his face with its winning smile and all? Yeah, the previous statement. That's what I'm thinking too.
That's right, but I still remember it. It had 3 creepy horns.
This is pointless. That thing couldn't have possibly existed 2 years ago. The witness must be mistaken.
That may well be. But what's important is what caused her to think she saw what she did. Yeah? Yeah? No? Phoenix has it figured out. At least he's got a good idea. He's on the right path.
Oh, well, I suppose you have an explanation? If so, then by all means, please tell us what this shadow really is. What was it Ema saw when that lightning flashed? Who is this blue badger really?
I just might know.
The blue badger hadn't even been dreamt up when Ema drew this picture! Yet she's certain she saw its shadow! Ladies and gentlemen, it is the defense's belief that on that fateful day, 2 years ago, there indeed was something that looked similar to the blue badger. Something that is now sitting in this very room.
Mr. Wright?
In this room? Very well, Mr. Wright. What is it that the witness saw in that instant? Please show us this mysterious blue badger look-alike. Well, I guess this is the moment. The mysterious blue badger was in fact this! But that's... what exactly is that? I believe it's some sort of jar.
But, Mr. Wright, that doesn't look anything like the blue badger.
Indeed it doesn't. As it stands now, it's just a plain jar. However, what if we were to change our viewpoint? Our viewpoint? I've got to show them the correct angle to look at this from.
Right, that's pretty good. That's solid. Hold on. Oh. The top should be facing you. What do you mean top? Oh! Oh, yeah. No, I see it. It's like this. Oh, this is so difficult. Okay, hold on. Oh, so difficult to get it just right. Dang it, dang it, dang it, dang it! There! That's it! What? The open, you shouldn't see blood when it's perfect. No, that's good, right? Look at it! That's gotta be good. Right? What do you mean you shouldn't see blood? Rotating cube in my head 360 degrees. No, no, no. The top should be facing me? Yeah, this is the top. Yeah, do it like that. I'm pretty sure this is it. That's gotta be it.
Well, is this a miracle or what?
Well, you know, I'm sure as they saw me, like, fumbling with this pot for, like, 35 minutes, trying to get it just the right angle, and then eventually getting it just right, I don't think you can call it a miracle.
No one can possibly deny this jar's resemblance to the blue badger. No, it can't be.
Yeah, the blue badger is not in fact a badger, but a face! Order! Order! The defense has proven its claim. The mysterious blue badger witnessed on the day of the crime was actually this.
Although we all enjoyed Mr. Wright's dramatic performance, one question remains. What's your point?
What do you mean?
I'm pretty sure I proved my point.
The badger is a vase.
So that badger thing was actually just a jar. That doesn't change anything.
Well, you know, a door can be a jar too.
Why are you all looking at me like that?
No, she's innocent, I swear!
I'm afraid that's where you're wrong, Mr. Edgeworth. You see? This changes everything!
Indeed, very well then. Please tell us, what's different now that we know the witness saw this jar?
Well, if that's in the air, and she saw it from, here, which that would have been, is it location? Might be. Yeah, I might as well try it. Allow me to take these in turn. At the moment of the murder, the witness saw this jar.
At a very specific angle, I might add, Mr. Wright.
Yes, well, knowing this, where could she have seen the jar?
Where?
The location of the jar is shown in a picture taken on the day of the crime. It's on a shelf in the office of Damon Gott.
But the body was found lying near Lana Sky's desk.
Yes, and... Oh! It's David Gott's side of the room! That's the difference! Oh! She would have been on the other side of the room. I mean, it's same room, but different half. So if that's the case...
Hold on. The witness testified so herself.
Yes, and it is these two facts that reveal what actually transpired. You see? The struggle between Dark and Marshall did not take place in Lana Sky's office. It happened on the other side of the room, in Chief God's office!
Are you implying the murderer moved the victim's body from Damon Godd's office to Lana Sky's office?
Yeah, because that's where the blood is over there. So somebody must have died there. Or at least bled out there.
Oh.
Yes.
Why would he do that? There's no reason.
So you don't bleed on his stuff. Exactly. If there wasn't a reason, he wouldn't have gone through the trouble. The only logical conclusion is that there was a reason! He didn't want blood all over his side of the room. Do you know what reason that was, Mr. Wright? Finally figured it out. So this is why Lana tried to stop the trial. It's too late to quit now. Okay. Please recall the witness's testimony. She said she knocked away the man who was holding up the knife. In the next instant, the jar was hit and flew through the air. Now tell me, what could have sent the jar flying? Well, that would have to have been the impact the man made when he was knocked into the wall. Ladies and gentlemen, if I may draw your attention to this picture once more. If the man was knocked in the direction of the shelf the jar was sitting on, what would he have hit? The suit of armor, holding a very sharp and dangerous-looking sword. Yes! And since the man who was knocked into the armor was carrying a broken knife, he would have had to have been Neil Marshall, wielding the King of Prosecutors trophy.
No, Mr. Wright, you can't be thinking.
Yes, there is another possibility of what actually transpired in that room. No. Oh, Ema. Oh, Ema! I don't know. Another possibility. Of course, the perpetrator would have had no idea, but nevertheless. I don't know if I can go through with this. Mr. Wright? What's the matter?
If events took place as the defense theorizes, then the outcome is obvious. In that moment, assuming the man in the sky knocked away was actually prosecutor Neil Marshall.
Oh. You mean Mr. Marshall died because of me? No! She fainted again, didn't she?
I never imagined her testimony would lead to this.
So, it was the witness who took the victim's life, and then proved so with her own testimony. This is unprecedented. What? What are you saying? I'm sorry, Miss Sky, but given the circumstances... Don't make her out to be an unalive. No, she's not. You mean killer? What do you think this is, TikTok? You think people clip my videos for TikTok? No! Don't make her out to be a killer. Say it with conviction, Sky. I'm sorry, Miss Sky, but given the circumstances, it was clearly an accident. Surely she can't be held accountable for an accident when she was 14.
Joe Dark murdered Prosecutor Marshall. How can you think it was Emma? How dare you try to pin the crime on her?
Imagine that coming from you. If you recall, it was you who admitted forging evidence 2 years ago. The reason you moved Prosecutor Marshall's body.
Probably didn't actually do it anyway. Probably.
Was to keep anyone else from finding out about what Emma did, wasn't it?
I assure you, Mr. Edgeworth, I have no idea what you're talking about. If you hope to have anyone believe your insane allegations, I'm afraid you're going to have proof. Tell me, do you have any conclusive evidence that proves my sister killed Neil Marshall?
Evidence?
I'm willing to bet you don't.
Yes, it certainly would be difficult to prove this with evidence.
If we don't have evidence, then we'll have to rely on testimony.
I'm afraid that won't work in this case. Both parties involved in the incident are dead.
You certainly can't get dead people to testify. This has been a wild goose chase from the beginning.
Touché, Miss Sky. Of course, that only leaves us with one possibility.
Huh? You mean there's still another possibility? What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth?
I mean the possibility that the victim has left us a message. For better or worse, Mr. Marshall did not die instantly. He may have left behind the name of the person who took his life.
Did he? I don't think he did. Well, is there a backside to this? Well, okay. In case you got the blood.
In one manner or another.
Huh. Died from blood loss in under 10 minutes. Found it. Was missing tip. So the blood spatter would have happened before the vase went flying? Is that like a kanji? Oh, because it was pretty clear that like somebody like had left a fingerprint. Okay. can I... There's gotta be a way to check that for more blood.
That's impossible.
Yeah, because it was made clear that, like, that was, like, somebody's finger had, like, you know, moved the blood around. And which, if that's the case... that message goes beyond the break, so it was before it was broken. Which means he was... That means he was stabbed before it was broken. And had enough time to leave a message on there before it was broken. And it was broken afterwards? How was it in the air? Then when she saw it in that flash of lightning, it doesn't make sense. Unless that flash of lightning came after he had been stabbed. So she didn't do it. It couldn't have been her. Okay. So Ima did not do it. Because otherwise, this blood couldn't have been on the vase. Not in the formation that it is now. No, yeah. Well, Mr. Wright, it's the only possibility left to you. A message from the deceased. Does such a message exist? I've got to think back to the court record, the real murderer's name that the victim may have left behind. It's in the evidence. This message from the deceased is already in our possession. Mr. Wright, will you stop at nothing to prove my sister a murderer?
Do not be mistaken, Miss Sky.
Huh?
Our purpose is not to accuse Ima of any crime. There's only one thing that we seek. The truth. No matter how painful it may be.
Now then, Mr. Wright, please show us the piece of evidence that conveys a message from the deceased. It's gotta be. This is the message left by the deceased. You're not wrong. It's the vase. It's gotta be the jar. This is that blue badger from before, right? What? No, that's not what I... Oh. Yeah, I guess technically. Oh, is he going to just speak the killer's name? If that thing could, I'm sure it would. Looks like everyone's forgotten this is just a jar. A message was left here, on the surface of this jar. What do you mean? I did the vase up fine. Okay, yeah, good. I thought I misclicked it. I'm like, what do you mean? Was there, like, water on my screen, so maybe click something else? If you look closely, you can see a faint trail of blood on this jar.
It looks like somebody wiped the blood away.
Yes, but notice. For some reason, the blood on some of the fragments was not wiped away. Yes, there's a line here, drawn in blood.
So what you're saying is these dots were once lines.
Prosecutor Marshall did not die instantly. He used the few precious moments left to him to leave behind a message.
One that someone apparently wiped away, but blood must have seeped into the jar where the lines changed directions.
Precisely so! All we need to do is connect these points, and the victim's message will become apparent!
No.
Mr. Wright, what kind of message did the victim leave for us? Your Honor, I believe these bloodstains will reveal the answer. Got to connect the dots to make the letters. There's only one thing the victim would have written, given the circumstances. His murderer's name. Oh. Oh no. I don't think I can. Like, I don't think that's something that I can... That's not something I can do. It's not an option here. I already see it. Oh, God. Oh, God! Oh, no! No, there's no way! No, that can't be it! What if it's, Oh, no, no! No, this... Pattern wouldn't be there if it wasn't Ima. It is! It's... Oh God.
Take that!
It is. God damn it. Well, no matter how many times I try to make it spell Gaunt, it's just not happening. It's just not. It's like it's super obvious that it was never Gaunt. It's not Gaunt. It never was. Oh God. It's a defense attorney's duty to prove their client's innocence. That's why all I've been thinking about is saving Lana. Fuck Ima. Who cares if Lana will never be able to see her sister again? After all my efforts, I never thought it would turn out like this. Oh, God. Ima. So, this is the final message Prosecutor Marshall left behind. Of all people! She may not have meant it, but in the end, the one who took the victim's life was Ima Sky. What does Lana have in her hand? See, Worthy! Can't say I didn't warn ya! Chief Gods. Do you understand the implications of what you've done? What? What are you talking about? 2 years ago, Joe Dirk was sentenced to death. He was convicted because of his final murder. I believe you were the prosecutor in the case, were you not? Yes, Worthy. Yeah, I know! Well, he's the chief of police, so... he's allowed to come in anytime he wants. Because of you, an innocent man was sentenced to death. Not only that, but you used forged evidence to ensure his conviction. But Joe Dark really was a serial murderer. That's undeniable! I'm afraid that's not important. Didn't you know? You're defenders of justice. What? We're merely keepers of the law. Sentencing a man to death is no light matter. Even if it wasn't,
There wasn't any cover-up or evidence forgery. Ultimately, the responsibility falls on the prosecutor in charge. Despite what anyone may say, the facts cannot be denied.
What's going on at the prosecutor's office?
Oh, how can you just stand there like it wasn't its fault? Order! Order! Oh my god! It's all happening so fast.
The gavel's pounding fell on deaf ears. Unable to settle the crowd, the judge declared a recess. Where this trial is headed, no one knows.
To be continued next time on Kayleigh Plays Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. Holy crap. It's all coming together now. Well, we're in the final moments. No, I'm certain that if that vase has blood on it, it's not time yet. I can't finish it in 20 minutes. If I go with this next part, it's going to be another 2 hours from now. Sorry, it's going to be another hour and 40 minutes from now. That means it'll be like 10:20 when I finally finish. I have neighbors, you know. I'll have you know. They're probably pissed that I keep screaming at my phone. We'll finish this tomorrow night. Probably, possibly. Do you want me to keep going? I'll keep going, but I'm going to keep drinking while I do it. I'll keep going. Look, if chat wants me to keep going, I'll keep going. We got one person who says I got to keep going. Thanks for playing. Next time. Sky says next time. Right, end it here. See? Sky says end it here. We're only 19 minutes short of our normal end time. But if we continued, we're going to be like an hour and a half after our normal end time. It doesn't make sense. We're basically no. Next time on Kayleigh Plays Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. I can't finish this in 19 minutes. It can't be done. It cannot be done. We're a third of the way through the frickin' trial. Because it's not even going to finish it. That's the thing. It's not even going to finish in an hour and a half from now. We're still going to have to say next time on Kayleigh Plays. Otherwise, if you want me to finish it tonight, well, it's going to be like 1 a.m. It's going to be like 1 a.m. by the time we finish it. We've still got like 2 more Let's Plays. I guarantee you, mark my words, we're going to finish this Wednesday night. It's going to be finished Wednesday night. It's not even going to be tomorrow night. It's going to be Wednesday night. We still have like 4 hours of gameplay in this. I promise you. There's about 4 hours of gameplay. So, stay tuned. Tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Central, Tuesday night, Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, and I'm calling it. I bet you we will also be doing it Wednesday night, 7 p.m. Central. But stay tuned for other streams. Wednesday, we got Triple Play Wednesday. We've got Final Fantasy VII Crisis Core, which honestly, that might be the finale on that one. I just made it to Nibelheim. That's going to be at 11 a.m. Central this upcoming Wednesday. That might be the finale. Okay, we might see 2 finales this week. Final Fantasy VII Crisis Core and Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney this Wednesday. We're not even close to finishing Half Minute Hero, which is a 3 p.m. stream. If you guys want to check out the 3 p.m. stream, check it out. Check it out. It's going to be awesome. I have so much fun with Half Minute Hero. It's casual. It's fun. It's if you've never seen Half Minute Hero, trust me, you're in for a great time. It's an amazing game. It's so much fun. And it makes fun of, like, it's so self-aware that it makes fun of all of the typical RPG tropes. Oh, it's so much fun. Seriously, you guys got to check out the other streams that I have during the day. I understand that, like most people, you know, there's a reason why the 7 p.m. stream has more people watching. Because it's that prime time right there, 7 p.m. Oof, ooh, baby! But after Wednesday, starting next week, if I had to guess, probably Saturday night, 7 p.m. Central, we are going to see the start of this Spooktober Spooktacular. where we're going to be playing not 1, not 2, not 3, probably more horror games. Scary, spooky games that are going to leave me shaking in my boots, literally crying while I'm on live stream. I might even pee myself. I don't know. You don't know. I would tell you if I did. So, look forward to that. We're going to be starting off with Silent Hill Origins. Originally on the PSP, they did have a PS2 adaptation, I think, of that game, but it was designed for the PSP. So, what? Prost, don't joke about that. Girl, you will not do that. Well, you don't know. Okay, I will definitely, there are going to be some horror games where I'm going to be like, it will leave me shaking, where like literally my hands are just shaking while I'm playing the game. Or I might even cry. I might cry. And that's okay. I don't know why I do this to myself every year. I play horror games during October, but we're going to do that. It's starting Saturday. It's going to be a late start to Spooktober, but that's fine. That's fine. We got to finish this. We got it. Come on. We have to. But that just means, you know what? Just because I'm starting so late in October, I'm going to be going even further. I'm going to go beyond plus ultra into November with my Spooktober Spooktacular games, because I did discover a game recently that I didn't realize was available on mobile devices. So it only came out like this past year, like this year. It got released onto mobile, when before it was just on consoles, it was just on PCs, and I'm so excited. It's a game I've always wanted to play ever since the first time I saw somebody else playing it. So why play spooky games? The water either comes out my eye or well, you know what? I play spooky games because maybe it's because I love the thrill. Maybe it's because when I watched gamers, anytime I watch gamers like Markiplier or Game Grumps or Jacksepticeye, I find it so entertaining when they're playing spooky games that really scare them. And I think it's hilarious when I see Markiplier playing Five Nights at Freddy's and I'm like, how is this scary? And then I play it and I'm like, this is terrifying. I'm going to have a heart attack. So, and I want to share that with you guys, because I hope that you guys have the same kind of sentiment where, like, you know, I'm playing a scary game and you guys are like, oh, this is funny. She's actually scared. That's funny. This is fun. This is quality content. Quality. You can tell that she's feeling it. You can hear her teeth chattering as she's shaking while she's playing this game. Yeah, it's great. It's a lot of fun. So I hope you guys enjoy it. As much as I hate playing scary games, I love playing scary games. You know, it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, I hate hangovers, but I love to drink. So, you know, it's worth it. It's worth it. It's worth it. It's totally worth it. So stay tuned. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And let me know, hey, when I'm done with these spooky games that I'm going to be playing, probably through November, let me know, chat. What kind of games do you want to see me play in the future? Because honestly, it's up in the air. Do I play more Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney? Because this is the first game of the trilogy. This is the first game. Okay? Do I play the second game right away after the Spooktober Spooktacular? Or do I play Final Fantasy VII? Like the OG for the PS1. The original. You know that one game that had like 7 discs? It was 3. I'll admit, I over-exaggerated. It was 3 discs. Disc 2 was honestly amazing. Peak. So good. There's so much on Disc 2. Disc 3? Yeah, that's pretty freaking good, too. Not gonna lie. That's pretty freaking good. Because Disc 3 was where you could do a lot of the Chocobo stuff, huh? Yeah? Huh? Disc 1. Oh, peak. Oh, my God. Don't get me started on Disc 1. Midgar? Midgar? You kidding me? Oh, that was amazing. Just the whole intro to this game. The whole Midgar sequence. So good. Oh, my God. And you guys are going to make me fight the weapons, aren't you? I'm going to have to fight the ruby weapon and the emerald weapon. That's it. You guys going to make me do that? I don't want to. I did it once. I don't want to do that. Play second. Sorry, I had a stroke. So she plays... Oh yeah, sorry I had a stroke. Play second game. Making a Final Fantasy game by disc is the most autistic thing I've ever heard. Oh yeah, well you know what? Yeah, honestly, I gotta say, like, look, I love the ending of the game. It's very awesome. It's very cool. But I have to say, at number 1, I've got disc 1, Final Fantasy VII. It's gotta be my favorite disc from Final Fantasy VII. Disc 3 is great. All right, look, I love Disc 3. You know, you get that's where you find the Knights of the Round. You got to go around. You got to find all this stuff. You got to fight the weapons. That's where like a lot of the end game stuff is happening there. You know, if you're looking for completion and stuff, the Chocobo races. That's where you really get to like do a lot of the Chocobo breeding. I'd say Disc 3. Disc 3's probably got to be up there with you know, one of my favorite discs. So second place is Disc 3, and third place is Disc 2. Final Fantasy VII. So, stay tuned. We'll be starting Disc 1 if you guys want to. Otherwise, you know, let me know in the comments down below whether you want to see Ace Attorney again after Spooktober, or do you want to see me play Final Fantasy VII? Because, like, you know, I just want to play whatever you guys want to see me play. I can play any games. I don't care. I'll be happy. You guys want to see me play that humongous entertainment games? I'll do that. I'll do that even. I don't know how long this last game of the Spooktober Spooktacular is going to last, because it could last a lot longer than just November. Because I'm bad at video games, and it's a really long game. So, if you don't know what you're doing, and I don't know what I'm doing, I haven't seen somebody play it in years. So, maybe I should brush up and do some research, right? Like, watch somebody else play the game. Somebody who's a pro. Somebody who knows how to do the stuff in the game. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I should do my research. I'll watch Markiplier play it again. He loves his spooky games. Okay. So maybe I'll brush off my old Markiplier videos and I'll watch some on the YouTube. Oh, wow. This is a lot of fun. Anyways, thank you guys so much for being patient. Look, wow, all 5 of you are still here listening to me yap. I'm just yapping away. You know what? I'll let you go about your business. Go. Well, don't touch grass because it's nighttime. But, you know, go do whatever it is that you're going to do with your life. Play a video game. Play a favorite video game. Tell me what your favorite video game is. I'd love to play it. You know, like for me, honestly, like, you know, I have a short list of favorite video games. But Golden Sun is probably at the top of it. Love that game and the sequel. Love it. Never played the third one. I should someday. We'll see. I'll bring it to YouTube one of these days. I'll be like, you know what? Let's play the whole trilogy. Let's go. Let me know what your favorite game is. Until next time, have a great night. Have a wonderful week. Drink water. I should do that. I'm not going to. I'm going to drink more beer. It's, by the way, River West Stein, if anybody's wondering. Delicious. Actually, my boss, because we started doing soups when it got cooler. It was like in the 50s, like a month ago. So we've been doing soups ever since, even though it's been in like the 80s now. So he made a beer cheese soup for this week using River West Stein Amber Lager. So it's delicious. So that's what we're selling at my restaurant, is beer cheese soup. Anyways, have a great night. Have a wonderful week. I love you all. Bye-bye. 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 Bye.